Hey everyone, today we're diving into a really cool and, honestly, super simple way to deal with all that anxiety we feel about the future. It's an idea from life coach Rahul George, and it's all about three little words. Seriously, three words that can totally shift how you think. So, let's just jump right in.
You know that feeling, right? Where you look ahead and just get this pit in your stomach, this sense of dread. What's going to happen? It's a heavy question, and let's be real, it feels heavier than ever these days.
And it's no surprise we feel that way. I mean, think about it. We are constantly getting bombarded. Our social media feeds, those news alerts that are always popping up, the algorithms feeding us more and more of what we're scared of, it all just creates this overwhelming story of doom and gloom.
So how in the world do you break out of that cycle? Well, according to Rahul George, the answer isn't out there. You don't need to find more information. The real change, the big shift, it actually starts when you quiet all that noise and just listen to yourself.
This brings us to the first big move here, just listening in. Before you can change a single thing, you have to even know it's there. So the first step is to become aware of your own internal narrator. You know, that voice in your head. What is it actually saying about what's to come?
And as you're listening, it's not just about the words, it's about the feeling behind them. Is there a tonality of doom? Does that inner voice of yours make every little piece of bad news sound like the end of the world? Just noticing that tone is a huge, huge first thing.
And here's what's so freeing about this. You don't have to immediately jump in and try to fix or argue with those thoughts. Nope. The goal for now is just awareness. The simple act of noticing your own story without judging it is where all the power is.
Okay, so you've started listening. You're aware of the story you're telling yourself. What's next? Well, now we get to the second shift, and this is where those three simple, almost magic words come in. Think of them as these little tools you can pull out anytime to start reframing your reality.
I love how Rahul George calls these words magical spells or safety mechanisms. They're designed to stop a negative thought right in its tracks and just create a little breathing room for something new. It's so simple, and honestly, that's what makes it so brilliant. So what are they? Here they are: yet, and beyond. That's it, just three everyday words, but it's all about how you use them. When you use them on purpose, each one does something really specific to change the way you see things. Let's break them down one by one.
All right, first up is yet. This word is all about possibility. So when you catch yourself thinking something negative like, I don't have this figured out, just stick yet on the end. I don't have this figured out yet. Boom. Instantly, it's not a final verdict. It's just a statement about right now. The story isn't over.
Next, we have and. This word is a game changer. It lets you hold two different ideas at the same time. It lets you acknowledge that something is hard, that you're struggling, without letting that be the only thing that's true. It basically stops a negative thought from being a dead end.
This slide shows it perfectly. Look at the difference. The fear says, things are really tough, full stop. But when you reframe it, you get, things are really tough and things can get better. See how that just completely changes the energy? It validates the struggle, but opens a door to hope at the exact same time.
And finally, number three is beyond. This is your escape hatch. This is the one you use when you feel like you're completely stuck, just spinning on that hamster wheel of worry. When a fear has you trapped, you just ask yourself, what's beyond this? It's a little nudge to your brain, a prompt to look past the immediate panic.
So, when you put all this together, what you've got is a simple, practical toolkit for shaping your inner world. It's a powerful reminder that you have the ability to change your own narrative one little word at a time.
And let's be super clear about something. This is not about pretending problems don't exist. It's not about toxic positivity. It's actually the opposite. It's about looking at reality, acknowledging it, and then consciously choosing to make your perspective bigger, to expand it to include other possibilities.
So, we'll leave you with this question. Using that final magic word, the next time you feel yourself getting caught up in a fear or a worry, just pause and ask yourself this: what's beyond the fear you were tapping into? Because thinking about that, well, that might just be where your future begins.